Let's make a comic book, but let's make it a little bit different. Instead of one person or a team making the whole book, we're going to have every panel made by a different cartoonist. We're going to do 1 page per episode, so the number of guests is the number of panels on the page. So now you're probably wondering, what's this comic book going to be about? Well, let me tell you. It's going to be about a robot. This robot, whose name is Blank. What happens next? Nobody knows, but it's going to be fun finding out. Hello, and welcome back to Let's Make a Comic Book, where we make a comic book with a different artist on every single panel. And tonight we're going to be finishing off this first book, this first season. And for such an important occasion, we needed an important artist to help us. So we've enlisted Dave Dye to steer the ship into the dock. So,
I don't know
welcome,
about
Dave.
important I am. I think you scraped the bottom of the barrel. There's only one left.
So we don't have to pick a panel, and we don't need the hand of choosing for tonight because we've only got one guest.
I choose number one.
You can.
I just have to put a comment up. We don't usually do this, but I want Dave to see this one.
Thanks, Kerry.
Your number one fan. I thought you'd like to see that.
Thanks, Kerry.
Okay, so let's have a look at the comic so far, and we'll see what's been going on and what Dave has to finish up with. So
Yep.
This is the first page that I drew, and I designed the character and tried to put some details and stuff in the background and give the next panel or the next page, whoever went next, some stuff to go on with. And it says, "Greetings, fellow sentient beings. If you have a spare time unit, I'd like to tell you a story about a little robot with a big case of robo-amnesia. This little robot couldn't remember where it was from or what its mission was. The only thing it could remember was its name." And he says, "Hello, I am Blank." So listen up and find out what happened to the little robot with a big case of robo-amnesia, a robot named Blank.
This is the first page I read.
And then we had the first episode with Deshaun Silva and Peter Wilson. We had Deshaun got the first spot and had to start the whole thing off. And he's pulled some elements from my page and done a sick drawing with the eyeball coming in with the sea. He's made the arms splooped out from the sides. And then
that was cool.
Pete's made the eyeball angry. And Blank doesn't know what's going on. And then we go to Logan French with that cool attack sequence.
Yeah.
And then Alex Major has done this such soft, smooth metal. There's a tiki.
What has he got? A bone in his hand?
Yeah.
Best not to think about it, Dave.
Where did that come from?
Considering it's Alex.
And then Peter Lawson's gone on with the sneak attack, which we dubbed the one panel romance.
And actually, going back to Alex's panel, he's got a little wet checks packet thing there. Yep, that's what's going on.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And then we got Ken Best with the eyeballs attacking with the knife, and it's lucky my metal is mutantium. And then Nick Cleary's done the double attack where they've attacked each other and an egg splurked out. And then Tom Tongue's finished it off with The eggs landed. It looks like the eyeball's wings being chopped off as well.
Yeah.
And then there's
Yeah.
the little horror creatures come out of the egg.
Yeah.
Then Chris Pitcairn said, "No, why did it have to end this way?" And then Neil Blandon's gone crazy. Some classic Neil Blandon artwork.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
And then Brenton McKenna
Right.
with the blanks all tangled up in the tentacle monster.
Mm.
Then Jana Hoffman introduced the dragon.
Dragon.
And then a sick reaction shot from Shannon Browning.
Mm.
Yes, very nice.
Tentacles. And then
That's
we've
where
got
it all falls apart.
I think this was the funniest show. I laughed a lot during this show. This one. Watch it.
This
If
has
only
had
you're
the,
laughing with me, Dave.
I'll with you, not at you, fellas. You know, none of you.
this has done the classic. The attacking monster gets eaten by a bigger monster. Red Blank saying crap. And then Morgan Quaid's got him saying crap too, and there's a crap falling out. Hopefully from the
weird
dragon.
one.
The hairy turd. That's right.
And then Bo Roth with I believe in peace and forgiveness, but a robot's got to eat. And then the dragon
That's right.
saying, "How did I end up here?" It's reserved for the Aussieverse.
Yeah, good on you, Bo.
The Tom McGee's got the munch crunch with the crunch yow.
Oh,
And there's a diamond in the eggs. The Dana King's got the ouch, so pretty, wow. No. And the diamond's flying off, and Laura Smith's had the diamond turn into a little robot.
Well, that's good value, that page, because you go back there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically 8 panels for the price of 3
One
artists.
panel.
It's a bargain. Yeah. Ethan Harris has had the little diamond turn into a monster and attack. It's the running theme of the comic, and it's Shaden Jews introduced the big guns coming up out of its head.
Yeah.
And Luca Palmer's how did you get in here? I wish I had some more team, but I guess this will do. And he's pulled out a fly swatter.
Yeah, that's
And then
right.
Ryan Vella with the die freak. Adam Gillespie's caught the thing. There's a freak. And then a great panel from Sean Craig with the super hypersonic nails of the Winter Ferret missile barrage.
A lot of detail in that.
Yeah, that's a great panel. When that's printed, or when you get the PDFs from the Kickstarter, see all the
Zoom in on
detail
that.
is put in there.
Zoom
Yeah.
in big.
And Rob O'Connor with the
Yeah.
"Why are you attacking me? We're friends." And then Roseanne Milan said, "What?" And then Brad Daniels, "It's me, Diamond Bill. Did you think there's more to life than eating and violence?" And Nick Payne said, "No, it can't be true." Stu Thornton's "It's a trap." And then Rob Lyle's "No," as he's zooming off.
Zooms off.
And Lauren Marshall's always giving chase with the army of the eyeball monsters. Danny Norman's
Good old
change
Danny
of
Norman.
tack, methinks, with the torpedo maneuver. And then Lee Chalker's got the eyeball apocalypse, and blanks landed in the ground.
Yeah. Upside down, that's right.
We got Tim McEwen's very cleverly got out of having to draw the eyeball apocalypse by having him appear in a hello, secret underground civilization. And then Mike Neeson's had him fly over the creatures. And then Zach George, death to the surface dweller. So again, he's found someone, and then they've attacked instantly. Then Matt Schofield's a think again with the big chest gun. And Gene Whitlock with the "You brought a surface gun to a rock fight. This means conflict." And this is probably the biggest plot twist in the whole thing. Is Concrusaurus has introduced the energized chest laser initiating, his power circuits overloading, Memory
Yeah.
bank activating. Have you eaten your Brussels sprouts, Blinky? And then his mother. You can see there's a skull
Detail
under
on
the.
that one too. Gee,
Yeah, that was it.
and the
Classic.
match. Yeah.
And then Andrew Law's got his closed his chest laser up and he's crying, saying "Mother." Then Toby
Walter.
Blanchard's go, Walter. With Rob Shembry, where Walter, what are you doing back here? And then Jenny McIntosh. It was a long time ago, but you left as the surface world was calling to you. And then Chris Wood, I had to try so hard to make sure this wasn't my villain origin story. And then, yeah, it's still a flashback. And then Ben Sullivan, here's something to help you on your journey, still in flashback mode. Aaron Mack with the world above is so cold and harsh. We had to make you so if you were to survive your mission. But a cold facade is no shield for a heart as warm and pure as yours. So for you, my son, I gift you companionship and then den you up. As I have you now, brother. So leads into last week's where Jesse Trackman's classic and brother, I love metal. And Jonathan Saunders is, but I hate you. And then Don Ticchio is little brother, can't we talk about this over a pizza? And that's where we're up to, and that's where Dave will be starting.
Yeah. Well, it's very random in its
Yes.
process. Some great
Which
art.
makes it
there, isn't it?
easier and harder for you.
It's amazing how well the whole thing's turned out.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a bit of advantage to the other people because I've had a little bit of time to think about it, haven't I? And also I've got a normal shaped panel to work with, not a odd triangle or what some of those other shapes that people had. So it's been a lot easier for me to, think about what's going to go on. I'll bring up my page down here, and I'll start trying to get something together. Here we are.
While you're doing that, I'll read some comments. Robbie's saying hello all.
Hello,
William Palmery. Sorry, dude. G'day. How are you all? Danny Nolan is hi.
Hey, William.
Hi, Dave. Now you have to pull the whole story together. Good luck. And then Rob O'Connor is bring us home, Dave. Speds is no better person to make it all make sense. Yeah.
That's what we thought too. Is Dave locked up? Or is he thinking?
Mine, I just froze in.
You locked up. Oh, there you go. You're moving again.
Little spinning circles. Wasn't me
He's like,
eyeballs.
I'll just sit here nice and still and I think it's locked.
Maybe it'll draw itself if I wait here long enough. That's what I was hoping. All right, you can see that okay. My head's going to get in the way every now and then, maybe. So we want it's a full page. I was thinking I've been looking at some Michael Golden art.
Yeah.
He did some Punisher covers and stuff. See if I can work out blank in some dramatic sort of, maybe something like Hill of Bones. I want to put the his cityscape in the back, that bring it back to your original page where you had the ruined buildings.
Oh, cool.
This is exciting.
Let's see. Maybe put blank. Maybe back that way a bit more. Give me a bit more room.
Like how you hold the pencil like the
Yeah, when I'm doing this sort of rough sort of stuff, I can hold it pretty loose like this, and it gives me a chance to just I don't know, just
right.
feels fairly
No, I can't
natural
do
to
it.
do that.
Get
'Cause
some emotion in the line.
Yeah, because you're drawing with my shoulder. The movements come from my shoulder instead. If you're holding it like this, it's just with your fingers. So it just feels a bit
true.
easier to work like this way. Have some gunfire. You said I can have a little bit of what do you call it? Bleed. So
Yeah.
it's good. Have him sort of there like that. Pretty dramatic sort of pose. If I can make it that bit of movement like this.
It's looking good already.
Yeah, it is.
I'll give him 2 double guns, 2
I
pistols.
see.
Sweet.
One up there, one here. Hand will be here. Going up to that shoulder. We're sort of looking up at him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a black round thing, earmuff or something, isn't he there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's right. I can see,
Look,
actually,
it is a thing.
I can see the front page there. So,
Hang on. This deserves. Shane or Sis forgot to send Dave the file again. Yeah.
well, those
It's like every second week, I swear, I forget to send that thing.
minor technicality, mate.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've watched every episode, so I know what he looks like. And actually, when it first started, because I thought eventually you're going to ask me one day. I don't know. I thought you might one day. And I thought I'm going to get a little bit of practice in. So when people were drawing them, I was actually doing it at home. I've got some of the early pages where, well, I drew something completely different to what other people did. But
that's cool.
If I can find them, I'll show them before we finish up.
Yeah. We'll stick them in the Kickstarter extra.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can't, I will steal them off you. When I'm down in Melbourne, I'll make a turn right and go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, it's not far. Only 6 hours, mate.
Yeah. Just at the other end of the state.
Yeah, it's just a short drive. Just a couple 100 hours.
Yeah.
Which reminds me that me and Sis will be at the Melbourne Supernova next week, I think it is.
Oh, I'll grab something. Hang on. Keep talking.
Yes. Next week. And yep.
Is it Easter weekend or after Easter weekend?
The one after.
Oh, the one after Easter weekend. Right.
Yeah.
So it's weekend after next is what I should have said.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I do the same thing. And I'm just trying to grab the thing I made. Here it is. And so you can find me and Ed. That's where you go. 81.
Sick.
Boom. Right in the middle we are of Indie Press.
Holding down the Indie Press zone.
Woo. So yes. I'll be posting that lots in the next week. It's funny, I keep going to have like private conversations in the middle of the show. Hey, remember? Oh, no, hang on, we were in a show. That's right.
Yes,
I think this is the most relaxed of all the shows I have.
This one? You've been very relaxed, have you? That's a good way to be, mate.
Yeah, I think it's because I get to hide down bottom here underneath Ed, so I don't have to. There's not as much pressure.
Right.
So it is for me. Pal Mary. Okay, cool. Is usually how I go with it. Cool. Pal Mary. Thank you, William. Just explaining how to pronounce his name. I'll be in
right.
Supernova. Want to get a copy of Metal Gear Solid signed. Oh, nice. Well, come to the Comex table and get yourself some. I was going to assume what Ed is taking. Ed, what are you taking?
I'll have these exclusive Sea Mandrill from Earth
Oh, yeah, cool.
thing, and I'll have Radical 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yes, Radical. I was hoping you were going to say that because I was going to say it even if you weren't. And then if you didn't take it, that would be really embarrassing.
And I'll get some other little bits and bobs as well. And I'll have the Comics Presents 1, 2, and 3 as well.
Yeah,
with
he's
the
got more
covers that
copies
I
than
did.
me. A lot of our Presents 1, 2, and 3 went with 4 that we just did the Kickstarter for.
Oh, nice.
A lot of people had never seen or been on the other Kickstarters and got the back issues. So that was cool. So got rid of a chunk of comics. Now I just have to pray I worked out the numbers right.
You would have, mate.
Yeah, who knows? You know,
You
I'm
say
getting
that.
drunk on beer a lot lately.
No, that's not a bad little habit to help you relax, mate. I reckon.
Is that pizza boxes? Is that? Oh,
That's
that's
the
the
pizza
pizza.
box down the bottom there.
Oh, I love it.
Connection with last week's show.
That's awesome. And I'll just throw up what I'm taking because I've got it in a picture.
Ooh.
7 comics. You can buy
Wow.
them separately, or you can buy them all for $50 cash.
Bargain.
Why am I making it $5 more for the card? No idea. I just thought it was a cool gimmick.
Good idea, mate.
Preferably.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Oh, I was just going to say preferably a $50 note because it makes it more fun.
So I was gonna say getting like a robot King Conan vibes with the
Yeah.
you know,
That's
at the
right.
end when at the movie when he's sitting on the throne.
Yeah. This also the other thing I was sort of thinking of when I'm doing this is the Terminator when he's they've got all the bones and that the tanks and that are grinding through in that post-apocalyptic world that the Terminator story sort of comes from.
Well, William, Palmieri has said, cool, planning to drop about $200 on comics for the event.
Right.
Nice.
So there you go, quarter with us. Well done.
Good.
I'm glad
man.
we both agreed on that.
Get a good nice haul for $200.
Yeah.
He spent a bit of that budget on Darren Close last time.
All
Last
right.
year.
Very good
Yeah,
stuff
I've got all
with
his books actually, Darren Close's. I think I have anyway. I've even got Struggle. So I think I've got all of it. Because when I first went looking into Australian indie, Killaroo was the first thing I found.
Yeah.
In good old Google.
Mm.
And then after that was Reverie.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it sort of was organic after that, but it was not so thing. Melbourne won't know what hit it. Correct, Robert Connor.
Well, I'd like to, if few people might be watching, if I haven't got a snappy one-liner or anything for this last page, so if anyone watching has got something they think might suit this for Blank to be saying while he's shooting rounds away here, like there'll be cartridges flying off here. If they would like to maybe suggest something that he might be saying, just put it in the comments, and we'll run with it. We'll see
Yeah.
if it suits.
It should be in keeping with the kind of the Schwarzenegger influences for the drawing.
Yeah. These are wrecked skyscrapers. They're sort of falling over. Little bit of crazy perspective on them, but that makes it fun, doesn't it?
Mhm.
And yeah, that should be all right. Maybe a bit of smoke coming up here, just to fill that blank area.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. All right, I'll just have a little refreshment.
Yep. Get a refuel.
Right.
Okay, I pressed the wrong button before. There we go. There. For anyone who missed what you said, if they come in late or come in early, whatever, coming early doesn't make sense. There's a little reminder. Hopefully, I wrote that right. I did it in a rush.
It says help Dave script what Blank is saying in the comments and give Dave some inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. I might just have to put a bit more detail into these guns, these weapons here.
So this is the last episode of this season, but we are going to be back with the new season later in the year, and we're going to have a brand new character.
All right. So it won't be Blank.
No.
Right.
We'll be doing something different.
Ah, right. Okay. So, I could have killed him off.
There. Well, this could be his like a Jacob the Ladder sort of scenario, because he thinks he's being cool, but that little guy shot him.
Yeah.
Oh, which I shouldn't say because we're not supposed to give him.
Oh, yeah. I'm nearly breaking that rule every week. It's about time it was someone else. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You should make him. Oh, hang on. I can't do that. Stop
it. Watch your tongue. Bite your tongue, mate.
Yeah, bite my tongue big time.
It's the hardest part of the show.
Mm.
Giving little do this, do that suggestions to everyone who's drawing.
Oh. Right. See if I can put some ink on the page now.
Oh, cool.
He's such a, you've made him, like you said at the beginning of the series, you made him nice and simple shape and all that, so it makes it nice and easy for him.
Even I could draw him.
Yeah.
And I still avoided it and drew his head only.
Do you mostly ink with the brush?
Yes, that's what I pretty much ink with mostly these days. I used to use a dip pen all the time, but now it's mostly brush because it's a lot quicker. And you can get just as fine a line with the brush as you can with a pen, sometimes even finer.
Almost don't want to talk while you're inking, Casey.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I forget I'm on a show, and I keep thinking I'm watching it when I watch the artist. It's like, oh, hang on, I'm part of the show. Gotta do something. Read some comments.
Say something.
Because you're using a brush too, like I'm almost holding my breath every time you
put it down, right? Yeah. This is cartridge paper, and it's a bit more absorbent than I'm used to. I usually use Bristol, but this is a bit more absorbent, so behaves. The brush seems to dry out a bit quicker.
Oh,
It soaks up more ink.
is that easier to control?
No.
No.
I'm used to having it where it sort of sits on top of the paper a bit more, and this sort of soaks in. What are they? They're white, those shoulder pads, or shoulder joints.
Oh, yep.
Not black. His top arm is white.
Yeah.
And this part's black.
Oh, I've just been asked, what is its GSM, the cartridge paper?
What is it? I think it's 110 or something.
There you go, William.
110. Yep. Yeah, I usually, and I don't usually have graphite I use a blue line. The blue pencil.
Yeah.
This, so you can see the graphite rubs straight off on my hand here. But
I always put my hand in the ink too whenever I'm.
do you? Yeah, you got to try and remember to work left to right if you're right-handed. His hands are white, aren't they? His fingers are white.
Yep.
And
just down the corner he is.
Black, yeah.
Maybe I'll send that file to you late.
I'm looking. I can just see him running in the corner here under you, Sis. So
Awesome.
It's enough of me. Enough to use as a guide. Now this is his fingers, but he hasn't really got the back of the palm of his hand, has he? He's
Yeah, it doesn't matter because everyone draws him different.
Yeah. And he can have giant guns come out of his chest. He can have palms come out of his
right. Let's try and get a point into this brush.
The type of brush you're using?
This is a Raphael number 3. It doesn't come to a nice point. This is a brush here that when Tim McEwen was on, he was using one of these brushes. And I actually asked him on the show, I said, Tim, what brush are you using? He said, it's a blah, blah, blah. And he said, contact me and I'll tell you where to go to get them. So I did, and he did. So I've got one now. I bought 2 of them.
Sweet.
So this, you can see the difference in the points in those. That's a Chinese calligraphy brush. And I haven't teased it out. I could wash all the hard stuff out of there and it'd spread out more, but I'm just kept it as a nice point. So I'm only really using the bottom half of the bristles to get ink in, but that's all. That's good enough. I just want to keep that lovely point. It's beautiful. Really do some fine work with that.
So I've never had the control to be able to use a brush for anything except for spotting blacks.
Yeah, well, it must be. I've got the shakes up tonight. I need to drink more beer. Need a settler.
Well, this is a hell of an awesome ending to the book. Even the little bit you've done looks awesome.
Are we up to an hour yet?
Nearly.
You sound like, are we there yet? Are we there? Can I stop?
And everyone in the chat, don't forget to send in suggestions for a snappy one-liner for Blank to
for
say
what
to
he's
finish the
saying.
book.
What he could be saying. What was I thinking? It doesn't end here. Well, it's only the beginning. Oh,
I like that. It's very ironic, considering it is the end.
yeah.
That's awesome. I love that one. Okay, don't worry about suggestions, everyone. We got it. Dave's got it handled. No, seriously, suggestions. Come on, get in there, peoples. Don't let me start thinking. There'll be all sorts of weird noises coming from my head.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
I try avoid thinking at all times.
Yeah, you're going to get headaches, mate.
I just do things like agree to go to Melbourne. No thinking.
This
No
is
thinking whatsoever.
that's black up there, right? So right, this is all black
There's got black chest and
and
trunks.
undies.
Yeah.
Let's say there's a little
This
bit
is
of
quite specific. William has said, Dave, get yourself some Captain Morgan, a copper cup, a Bundaberg ginger beer mixed together with ice, and a couple of mint leaves. It's called a dark and stormy, and it's a great nerve calmer than beer. A greater nerve calmer than beer.
right. Good on you. Who was that
Yes.
from? Who said that?
William, I'm going to look up the top how to pronounce his name. Palmieri. William Palmieri.
Good on you, William. Can I call you Bill?
I'm sure William is about to tell us.
No, don't call me Bill. Anything but Bill. All right. Okay, we've got a bit of a shine there. This is a magazine from that pistol.
Good
Oh, here we go. We've got a suggestion. This is just the beginning. Oh, is what I was going to say, but you already said it.
Right.
Who was that?
Rob O'Connor. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good on you, Rob. Thanks, mate.
So we've got 2 for this is just the beginning.
I vote for it. 3. So
See, some
consider it second or third vote for the line. Okay. Prefer Will. Don't mind shortening it.
Well,
Get a
good
bit
on you, Will. Thanks,
Fussy
mate.
on better changes. I know a few Wills. I know another one now. William Palmieri.
Yeah.
So hang on, is that? Oh yeah, he said consider it the second or third vote for the line, and now he's saying consider it the third or fourth vote for the line. So I think Rob is voting up his suggestion multiple times now, if I'm understanding it.
Ah.
We didn't say you couldn't vote multiple times, so I guess
No, that's right.
We've also got a Kickstarter thingy running for this book, which is getting finished off now.
I should
We've got-
probably go into my little spiel. I will. Have I put a picture in here or anything? No, I have not. I'm a slack ass. Yep, total slack ass. I thought I'd made something. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, it's I'll put the banner up for it at least if I can find it. There it is. It's in pre-launch stage at the moment. It was meant to be launched yesterday, but things have happened in my life, so I haven't been able to launch it. It will probably launch after Melbourne, because I've got a lot to do to prepare for Melbourne, and I think that would be poor form of me to try to do a Kickstarter in the middle of it all. I wouldn't give Blank the attention that he deserves.
That's right. He deserves a lot of attention.
So yeah, so Blank is a multiple layered little Kickstarter. I have milestones in there as well as stretch goals. For those not aware of the difference, thanks. In that one sentence that I'm allowed to do in the pre-launch page, it doesn't really tell you much. But Blank will be, there will be a 12-hour reward, a 24-hour reward, and a 48-hour reward if you get in there and pledge that quickly. All rewards are electronic, digital, whatever word you want to use. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have drank so much soft drink. And it's so off the top of my head, I can only remember two of the things. So the 12-hour ones, if you get in and pledge for that first 12 hours, you get a Reverie pack. And this has a whole bunch of number ones in the Reverie line.
Yeah, wow.
I'm going to try to list them because I get it wrong every time, and then I have to scold myself. It's not pretty. And the 24-hour one, I believe, is Wordsmith, which is a graphic novel in PDF form, of course.
SK, isn't it?
Yeah, SK. He's donated that to help boost the thing.
Nice.
So
Good
because we've got these pledges that are all time considered, you need to go to that page that blank.comex.studio takes you to, hit that notify me when launch, so you are notified when it launches, so you get in on time to get those extra rewards. Australians have a bit of an advantage because it will be launching in the middle of our day, so that 12 hours will be a lot easier for Australians. Just saying. But all the other Americans can still get in there, and Europeans can still get in there, and everything else. But it's more our daylight hours. So yeah, you definitely want to get that page and hit that pre-launch so you know that it's launched. You get all the extras. Because if you're in the first 12 hours, you get the 12-hour reward, you get the 24-hour reward, and you get the 48-hour reward. You get the main book for $2, which is not going to be the normal price. That's just the early bird price for the first week of the campaign, and then it will go up to $3 after that. Heaps of other things you can get. Heaps of stuff from Comex Studios, different PDFs and so forth, all throughout the campaign. I won't try to go through them all here. And so get in early. That's the main thing I'm trying to say, is because you'll get all the cool bonuses. Then there's stretch goals once we hit certain goals after our target. And even more goodies. So get in early. Very long-winded way of saying get in early.
Sounds like a good idea, mate.
Tom McGee did a little emoji. I can't see what that is on my screen. And he also said oi oi. Yes, Wordsmith is Stephen Cox's book. Yeah, correct. Or SK, whichever name you want to call him by. And then I didn't read what you wrote next. Was never mind. Answered faster than I could ask. So it'd help if I read all the comments before I start reading the comments. Yes. If you're in Melbourne and you want to meet Ed or me or the Mac Brothers or Ben Sullivan, who is currently working with the Mac Brothers, then Melbourne Supernova, that's where you want to go. We're selling our books from Comic Studio, a special sizzle edition of them for a nice cheap price of $50 for all 7. If you pay cash, $55 by card. Ed's there selling all his goods and wares with us as well. And the Mac Brothers are selling a special Supernova edition of their book. You get to see it before they launch. They launched the campaign on Monday, this Monday coming, their campaign. But if you go to Supernova, you'll get to be able to get the comic. They've only printed 50 of these, and they are foil covers, so they look spectacular. And yeah, so you can get a sneak peek into the story before anyone in the Kickstarter, and that was a word I couldn't remember. Kickstarter.
You'll get to be able to meet William Palmieri as well.
Oh yeah, he'll be there somewhere, spending all his cash at the Comic Studio tables. Good to hear.
Man.
Thank you, William.
Yeah, good on you. It's going to be great. Going to be. Wish I was going down now.
You'll be there in spirit, my friend.
Yeah.
Have you got any plans for any conventions coming up, Dave?
No, I've sort of decided I mightn't do any this year. I'm sort of in hibernation this year. I've just got some other things happening at the moment, so hopefully I'll get over them, and then maybe in a year, next year, I'll be able to get mobile again.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, it seems even Papercut has a year off every now and again, so it's all good.
Yeah, right. If they can do it, I can do it, eh?
Exactly.
How are we going for time?
You got 15 minutes before we hit the hour mark. I don't know if that means we stop, though.
All right. I might nearly get it done.
Ooh. Even more pressure. And don't forget to give us some ideas for what Blank's saying on the last page
but
here.
Rob's going to get control of this one. But, you know, Dave can ignore you, Rob. No offense. So he can still go his own way. Doesn't have to take your suggestion. Dave's a grown-up. He can do what he wants.
Big boy. But all suggestions will be gratefully accepted.
Correct. Except maybe Rob's.
Nah.
Oh, I'm just teasing Rob. Sorry, Rob. Okay. William said Sunday. Did we ask him what day he was going to be there? Is that what that was?
No, we said he was going to be there.
Okay. I go into the city to teach. It's Parkour.
Parkour.
Parkour? What's that?
It's when you jump around all over the buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. See, that's why I wouldn't know it. I don't know about any of that stuff. So I'll be opening. Hang on. So I'll be in opening until 12. Oh, okay, yeah, I get you now. Also, let me know if you see anyone selling Zoids.
Oh, Zoids are cool.
Yeah, nice things there, William. Parkour and Zoids.
Well,
I'm impressed.
was William on the Drink and Draw one episode about 2 years ago?
Let's find out.
You expect my memory to work that well?
I remember we drew a comic character doing that, what you said, that funny word, and
Parkour.
he was jumping over buildings and things, and that was from his comic.
Okay.
If not,
This will be the embarrassing part where William says, yes, that was me. And I'll be like, oh my God, no idea you were on that show. I can't remember any of it. Maybe I was sick that night. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
yeah, that might have been it, mate. Yeah.
The parkour is what you yell
don't
before
think
you
so.
jump off something.
William's
and
saying
then hurt
I don't
yourself
think
real
so.
bad.
Oh, was he? Okay. Must have been someone else. What were you saying, Ed?
Oh, parkour is what you yell before you jump off something and then hurt yourself really badly.
Oh, I thought it was Geronimo.
That's for airplanes, isn't it?
I was going to
that's
say,
right.
what I say
Jumping.
before I jump off things and may hurt myself is not able to be said on the show. So, but sure
Geronimo.
as heck is not Parkour or Geronimo.
Your name isn't Alex Major.
No, it's not. I won't throw out all sorts of different lettered bombs.
Yeah.
And Rob was agreeing with Dave. He's just letting me know. I love the pizza boxes. That's awesome.
Mm. That's what they call a nice touch.
Mm.
Still a little bit there for you, sis.
Oh, nice.
What do you want,
I'm into it.
pepperoni or?
I'll duck under the gunfire to get some.
Yeah.
And wet myself on the way through. I do not have nerves of steel.
Yes, you do. I saw Sizzle and Doug.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, it's a French training philosophy. The ethos is to train to be able to move and overcome obstacles in your environment in the most efficient way possible.
All right.
That's from William again.
Yeah.
Sounds far too active for me.
Mm.
Getting out of my seat to go to the fridge and get a drink is like, that's exercise.
That's dangerous too.
It's dangerous. Yes, I got to dodge Doug.
I don't think that's what he's talking about, being dangerous, but yeah, I guess, mate.
That was kind of,
yeah.
because you could fall over.
You might drop the remote, mate.
Mm.
Okay, he says that it has the group that he's in has a motto. He says it in French. I'm not even going to try. And in English, it means to be strong, to be useful.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Nice. I can't do either of those.
I try very hard to be useful. But no, don't really go for the strong thing. That involves activity.
One of my mates was over in, where did they have the genocide? Was it Rwanda? Rwanda. I think he was over in Rwanda. You know, they had the Houthis versus the Tutsis, and he was a peacekeeper over there. And he went to one of the they have these huts where all these people there was genocide, and a lot of people were murdered, and they threw all the bodies into these buildings. And
Wow.
what happens naturally, because all the skulls were sitting on top and all the other bones sort of settle down, so you end up with all the skulls sitting on top of all the other bones. It's a sort of seemed to be. I asked him, I said, how come all the skulls are sitting up on top like that? He said that's just, they just settle down like that. So if we just do a heap of skulls up here, that's sort of true to life. Hope that didn't put a damper on the show.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I was about to. All good. All good.
Put this other building in.
And I forget I'm on camera and I poke my tongue out and bite it. Poor Ed. He's got to put up with this crap. Old Sid's underneath him doing stupid shit.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
He says on camera.
We will have a meeting afterwards. So.
Sort this out once and for all.
Ah, nice.
So when will well, this is going to be put into a digital thing. You said a Kickstarter's going to be run.
Hopefully not too long after Melbourne. Melbourne's it would be soon if it wasn't for all the work I'm putting into getting prepped for Melbourne.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of held me up on a few things, and so I'm not sure. Yeah, it won't be long. It won't be long because the Kickstarter's sitting there and a lot of it's been filled out. So I just need to be in a position where I can properly promote and fulfill and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But yeah. Although, then again, I was in a bit of a mood when I did the Kickstarter. I do that sometimes.
We all get in your moods.
It's a very silly Kickstarter, so I might have to go over it again and check that it's a good Kickstarter. At the moment, it's very silly. I described the first 10 pages in a very verbose way because I thought it was funny at the time, but I don't know if it's actually a good Kickstarter. It was just amused me when I wrote it. So yeah, that might stay. I'll probably push it to the bottom just so people can see what it is that I originally did. Bit of amusement. Push the bit that Ed helped me with. That's all. That's where it should be.
Pizza. So last week when Don started talking about pizza, Robbie was in the chat and watching, and then she ordered a pizza.
Did he? the power of suggestion.
Oh, you might be getting pizza for dinner again tonight.
And Robbie's my wife. Everyone playing at home.
Yeah, not Rob O'Connor.
No.
He's just Rob. Yeah, so there's no confusion. Robot apocalypse, you better believe he'll make bones about it. There you go, there's a suggestion.
Make bones.
That might be good for a little caption.
Underneath?
Or maybe at the top. Or
at the top, sorry, yeah.
And then he says, this isn't the end or whatever.
I like that. Not that we're swaying. Dave, you get to choose. Dave, jump in anytime, Dave.
Okay. All right, okay.
Can have more than one if we feel that way inclined.
Yes.
And you don't have to put them in. All the words can be done by Ed digitally afterwards.
Yeah.
So don't feel pressured more than you already are.
Well, we're just about at the hour.
All right.
Okay, this is the part where we get everyone to send in their... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking we don't need to do that because everyone can see it.
Don't feel you have to finish it now either, Dave.
No, that's all right. Yep.
Yeah, that is a rule of the show. You don't have to finish it on the show.
All right. Okay. Get a bit of... This is going to be...
While Dave's finishing that up, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's contributed a panel over the last, is it 19 episodes now?
Yeah.
Everyone did such an awesome job, and we've ended up with a sick comic from a baked idea that me and Sis had to start a show to make a comic live on TV.
And it's all happened.
A bloody
Yeah.
awesome idea.
It's crazy. And a big
And I
thanks
would
to
like-
Sis for organizing it all. Sorry to interrupt, but this, we couldn't have done this without Sis.
Yeah.
All their contacts and these organization skills. Because I certainly wouldn't have been able to do it all. So we wouldn't have this without Sis. So
Well, I'd just
Thank
like to
you.
throw in there a huge thanks to the guy who came up with the idea to do the show and has hosted every night that we've done it. Thank you, Ed. Thank you to the people who helped Ed make this an awesome comic. And thank you to the audience who's watched it and helped us move along as well. And a big thanks to Dave for putting it all out there and doing the last panel.
Oh, my
David bringing us
pleasure.
on. I've got a little bottle of champagne
Celebration time.
and I crack it
the
open. Oh, I wanted one with the popping cork, but the little ones have only got the
Oh, no. One
little
more.
twist tops. But
Not quite the same, is it? Where's the pop
yeah,
and the bubbling,
looks like
overflowing
some
bottle?
There's the bubbling.
nice
Oh,
bubbling.
nice.
So
Now
here's
I
a
feel left
cheers.
out.
Yeah,
to,
cheers.
To Sis and
Cheers.
Dave. And I think there's about almost 50 artists as well who've contributed. So,
I counted the other day. It's 50 something.
which is incredible.
That is.
And thanks to everyone who watched as well.
Mm.
Everyone who contributed to the chat and watched their VODs and watched live and everything.
And I'm going to comment on their behalf. I think I've got caps lock on.
Nice. They'll be able to hear you better.
There you go. All the people in the chat would like to say to you, Ed, you're welcome.
I might just put a freehand border around that. Oh, I can see if I can put the panel border in. This rule is a bit wobbly. It's not very stiff. It's not a very good one.
Not that you can see me.
I should do it by freehand.
Where's the camera? There you go. You want one of these? The old scale rulers, solid, not so bendy. Back when I used to do tech drawing, when they used to use pencils and pens.
A nice stiff one I want.
Ooh. Look at that. That's the most impressive thing all night.
Straight line. My
Yeah.
God.
With a brush, I could never do that in 100 years.
I still can't get over the ruler trick that you have. I couldn't do that. Otherwise, actually make marks that I could trace and turn into straight lines.
This is because it's light paper. It's hard to get an even a line. See how it's different widths. That's because the crinkles in the paper. If it was nice and flat, should be able to get it at even width all the way along. But that's all right. I don't mind it having that.
It's a bit
jaggedy
of character.
Yeah.
Is this urge to yell at Dave, make it not straight?
Oh, yeah,
There you
so
go.
That's so cool.
It's amazing.
put a signature. Can I put a signature on the bottom?
Yeah.
Of course. I kind of forgot to tell people they should do that.
But you get your name under it anyway.
Yeah, you get your name. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
There.
And this is
Probably
not
needs
the
a
end.
bit more work down around there. I'll play with
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. That's an awesome ending. I love that. And thank you, William, for your bit.
Well,
I
this
was
is just the
thinking-
beginning. It's the
I was thinking of having him saying, "No more Mr. Nice Guy."
That's a good point. He has been a nice guy up until until he tried to kill Diamond Bill.
And he ate the dragon.
No, he was defending himself. He did
Oh,
eat, but it wasn't kind of established how the dragons died because he was going away and then he. was on the-
Well, the way
he
I
hasn't
read
been-
it,
he hasn't been aggressive.
true.
Mm.
Well,
Yes,
what were you going to say the way you read it?
Not me.
Frozen.
The way
Yeah.
I read it with the dragons was he drew the smaller dragon's head. So I'm just thinking the bigger dragon chomped it and the head is all that was left to the ground.
Did
Oh,
they
that
say
it came
it?
out in that weird mutant poo.
Might have been in the poo. Yeah.
That's right.
That was some scary looking poo.
It was hairs and
Hairs and
Yeah.
eyeballs.
Eyeballs and stuff in it.
yeah.
Obviously, dragons can't digest eyeballs. That's an interesting new fact. Thank you, Morgan, for that new piece of lore for our world. Or Blank's world, I should say.
Hmm. And even though he won't be back for next season, he may be back for some other stuff at some point. So
Right.
So I like throw a real curveball in there.
Yeah.
Well, considering the artists can do whatever they want with the next story, just like this story.
so don't give him ideas.
Blank.
He's-
Oh, don't give me ideas. Okay, sorry. Just in the background, people, so I don't get in trouble with Ed.
All right. Okay. All right.
There you
Freaking
go.
awesome, Dave.
Dave brought us home.
And then some.
I'll be on that out there now. These are good. These kneadable erasers.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Just make sure your ink's dry before you start.
That's another one that I do when I'm drawing with ink is start erasing before it's dry.
Yeah.
Get a
I've
nice
done that
smudge.
a couple of times on the drink and draw of bloody been rubbing away and smudge. Whoops. Okay. So there's no drink and draw tomorrow night.
No, not till next Friday.
The following Friday, right?
And no other shows next week apart from Drink and Draw.
Right, that's the only one.
This one's finished up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wednesday is every fortnight, and we just did a show yesterday. Chinwag is taking a 2-week break.
All right.
Who's that leave? Yeah, just Drink and Draw.
Excellent.
All right,
There
I
you
suppose
go.
you want to end the show.
Should I get up and dance? No, I'm not that cruel.
No. Do a parkour across your desk.
Yes, your lawyer will be talking. My lawyer will be talking to you very soon about these injuries I just got from your suggestions.
All right. Oh,
My vocal
Oh.
cords trying to pronounce the word, and my body trying to do it.
That's
I'll,
it. That's the end of the first season of Let's Make a Comic Book, starring Blank, the little robot with robot amnesia. Hey, there's Dave.
Hey, Dave.
there I am. That shiny
So-
dome of mine. Look at that, would you?
That's why we're a hat.
Yeah. Need to put some hair on that dome.
So just before we go, once again, thanks to all the artists, all the viewers, chatters, anyone who supported us in any way. Check out the Kickstarter, comics.shop for all your Australian comic stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to Sis for putting this all together. And that's me done for season 1.
Woo!
Cheers to everyone.
I'll throw in my line, which I do a really simple version of what Ed says. Thanks, everyone. There you go. That's me done.
All right. We'll see you in season
all.
2.
See you for
See
season
you
2.
later.
Yes. Thanks
Bye.
again, Dave.
No worries.